This month's stitch pattern is the blind buttonhole stitch. We'll start with a long tail cast on of 37 stitches. This will count as the first knit row. When you use the long tail cast on to cast on, you create a row of knit stitches. So if your pattern starts with knit, you don't really have to do another row. You can count your cast on as the first row. So our first row is knit, and we can see the line of knit stitches. And when you turn it over, then you have the purl bumps ready for a purl row. And since our second row is purl, that's perfect. So now we're going to do 2 or 3 purl stitches. I won't go all the way across the row. Row 3 is knit. Same thing, we'll just do a couple knit stitches here, maybe 3. Then row 4 is purl, and row 5 is knit. Now row 6 starts to change. Knit 1, slip 5 stitches with yarn and back, knit 5, repeat from the asterisk, end slip 5 stitches with yarn and back, and knit 1. So that's knit 1, slip 5 stitches with the yarn in the back. You kind of have to spread them out a little bit to make that next, the first stitch of the next knit 5. Do it again. And spread them out. So you can see the floats starting to form along the back. And here you can see them a little better all the way across the row. Now row 7, knit 1, slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, purl 5, repeat from the asterisk, end slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, and knit 1. So you knit 1, and then you'll have to bring the yarn to the front because it's with yarn in front that you slip. So that's 5 stitches you slip, and then stretch across and purl 5. You're going to slip 5 again. Stretch across. And purl 5 again. Then row 8 is a repeat of row 6, and it's knit 1, slip 5 stitches with yarn and back, knit 5, repeat from the asterisk, slips 5 stitches with yarn and back, knit 1. You'll see how easy it is to remember where you are because you can see these strands forming along the back or the front, and that'll help you tell where you are in the pattern by how many strands there are. Rows 6, 8, and 10 just repeat, and rows 7 and 9 repeat. So we're slipping across the back, and the floats are forming. Now row 9 is knit 1, slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, purl 5, repeat from the asterisk, and slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, knit 1. Again, just like row 7. Bring the yarn to the front, slip the 5 stitches, stretch them out, slip again, 5 stitches, and you start to see the little pockets forming now. And each one of those strands represents another row that you've done. Now row 10, knit 1, slip 5 stitches with yarn in back, knit 5, repeat from asterisk, and slip 5 stitches with yarn in back and knit 1. So again, just like rows 6 and 8 before, knit the 1, slip the 5, knit 5, slip 5, knit, see the pockets? Now rows 11 through 15 are just like 1 through 5, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. Row 16, knit 6, slip 5 stitches with yarn in back, knit 5, repeat from the asterisk, and slip 5 stitches with yarn in back, knit 6. So we're going to start with knit 6. Then as before, we're going to slip the 5 stitches with the yarn in the back. Now we're going to knit 5. The 6 at either end just balances it out, like the knit 1 at either end did on the last set. And slip again. You see the floats on the back are in a different place this time. Knit row 17, purl 6, slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, purl 5, repeat from the asterisk, and slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, purl 6. You start to see this checkerboard effect that's starting with the slips across the back. So this time we're going to start with purl 6, slip 5 with the yarn in front, row 18, knit 6, slip 5 stitches with yarn in back, knit 5, repeat from the asterisk, and slip 5 stitches with yarn and back, knit 6. See, our pockets are really starting to show up now. I'm not going across the whole row this time, or not starting from the beginning anyway. I think you're probably getting the hang of it by now. I hope so. But it's still slipping 5 and knitting 5 across the row. Just building up the pattern. Creates a lot of depth, this stitch pattern. Now row 19 is like 17, purl 6, slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, purl 5, repeat from the asterisk, and slip 5 stitches with yarn in front, purl 6. So here's our purl stitches. We're going to slip. Purl. Row 20. Knit 6, slip 5 stitches with yarn in back, knit 5, repeat from the asterisk, and slip 5 stitches with yarn in back, knit 6. Just like rows 16 and 18. And this is the last row of the stitch pattern, and then it just repeats. So there's the knit after we slipped. And there, that's one repeat of the stitch pattern, rows 1 to 20. And you can count the strands to double check yourself. Just repeat rows 1 to 20 for the pattern. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.